The only reason you're having mental stuff, really, if you're a trader, is because you're emotionally attached to your trade. Because
Yep.
you're having the wrong outlook on how to trade, which is the proper outlook is, limit your loss, take profits. I like to say early and often, but limit your loss, take profits, and don't be emotionally attached to your
Been a long time without you. Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you.
Well, he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure it out, and he's having a hard time with the mental stuff. It's like the only reason you're having mental stuff, really, if you're a trader, is because you're emotionally attached to your trade. Because
Yep.
you're having the wrong outlook on how to trade, which is the proper outlook is, limit your loss, take profits. I like to say early and often, but limit your loss, take profits, and don't be emotionally attached to your trades. And people who don't follow those very, very simple three rules are going to have mental issues with the trading. And it doesn't matter if you're on, 100% health, 90% health, 0% health, or whatever. It doesn't matter how healthy your mind is or anything. Like, it's about those very simple three rules, and just really that's it. I mean, the only emotional attachment you should have to trading is when you win. You should be a tiny bit happier, but it shouldn't change your outlook. Is it okay to have an outburst? Sure. During a trade, no. After a trade, yes. But it's bit like robots don't have emotions. They don't care how you feel. They're gonna take your money if you don't make the right
That's
trade.
right.
Bottom
Right.
line,
I agree.
they just don't care. So think like a bot.
So for everybody watching the stream, you can go back to yesterday. I clicked on the 4-hour. We're on the candle right here. It was starting to pump. I think on that 4-hour candle, it was already at like a
Yep.
1D move, and we were like, okay, well, it's probably going to go up
Yep.
to the 33 length power mean, and it rejected. I mean, what, to the dollar? Right off of it,
Yep.
coming back down. Got above the reverse mean, so that looked like a no-brainer. Yeah, this stuff works great together.
Yeah, the RMLR mean reverted really nicely yesterday after that little bump.
Yeah.
Like, who went down to the 3, just about the 3, nearly the third RMLR down, and boom, just popped right back up to the mean before it started coming right back down, like you said, with that rejection. I mean, that is textbook. Textbook. People want to say whatever they want to say about how to trade. We literally see it happening.
Big time. Big time.
Very high probability of certainty. Very high probability of certainty. That is the whole point of trading this way for anybody new listening. The whole point of trading this way is to reduce your uncertainty and increase your probability of entering and exiting a trade on the profitable side. That is the entire purpose of sitting in front of these charts and looking at these things. If you're not doing that, you're doing it wrong.
For
You'd
sure.
be better off going, playing beach volleyball or whatever floats your boat.
And our bands make cool like space amoebas.
Yes, they do.
So. There you
That's
go.
true too.
Yeah.
Plus, we have memes. We have
bad memes. At about 8:30, the memes start flowing in the general chat.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
thought those were gifts.
Oh, whatever.
Meme gift.
We also
Is
have
it the
memes.
same
We also
thing?
have
I don't
memes.
even know.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A GIF is just an image format. It's just a graphical image format, and
Oh, so what
literally
is
that's
this? Yeah. Yeah. About 8:30, they do start flowing.
It started flowing.
right.
Show
And we have tons of memes and other things that we've made since we started this thing.
I found a good one for 9:30 too. You'll love it. Remind me. Here, I'm gonna set my timer so I don't miss it. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's scary. That's a good point. It's like counting cards when you're playing blackjack. I mean, pretty much. The only difference is that you actually have less uncertainty with these tools. Like if you're a master card counter or really like a card mechanic, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But for anybody else who isn't actually amazing at counting cards, these tools just, well, they give you that mastery. They give you that expertise right there on the chart because you don't have to actually do incredible amounts of math in your head super fast.
Yeah. That's what's great. We talked about this a couple weeks ago about the blackjack, right? Creeping in, freaking in the high limit tables, trying to find, 1 or 2 deck table, whatever, $100 limit.
Yeah.
Sit down, play 3 hands, nobody else at the table. You are in fucking control. The casino will immediately start throwing coolers at you. You might have a dealer for a couple decks. They'll bring in a new. I mean, they're trying to get rid of you. They know exactly what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing is like you can trade all day, and if you know what you're doing, not get kicked out of the exchange by trading the right positions and not letting them block you out of trades.
100%.
And it's the casino has way more essentially effective risk on the table.
Yeah.
The casino though is very entertaining, and like for people who like that, if you're just a DJ, you don't want to learn how to trade properly, go there, you'll have more fun. But if you actually want to learn how to make bank when you're pushing buttons,
right?
I mean, VEPS is the way that I know works best.
Here we go. See, so this is the 90-minute random, very random, above the reverse mean. Ooh, this does look like some crazy space amoeba. I'll draw a head on that. What was that? Hold on for a quick second, you guys. You want to go ahead and talk? I got a neighbor screaming about something.
Sure.
Hopefully it's not my
Well,
dog.
right now we got the 4 hour right now is dropping nicely on Bitcoin, and you've seen the RMLR pointing down, and it's also saying down on the predictor, the direction predictor of it. We're literally right above the RMLR itself, so it would not be surprising to see the move continue down right now. We've got some nice targets below us anyway. Oh, there you go. Went down a little bit further. If you zoom in all the way down to like the 1 minute, which I like to do, yeah, we had a nice little drop there on the 1 minute. All of a sudden, you got variance popping around, positively correlated, still rising. So it's going to try to make a little stab up here because you've just had a little dump down. So it's going to make a little stab up here, and you've got the yen could be also turning around, even though just a nice little trending move. It's pointing down and negatively correlated, and that negative correlation is weakening. But watch out because it could be a very nice trending move. We could easily hit the bottom side of the daily range, which we haven't really nailed yet today. We've been riding through the daily range a lot today, pretty much for most of the day. And there we go. We're about to hit it. We're then probably
smack down.
Yep, just tap the
there you
bottom.
go. Boom. Tap the bottom. That's right. And you can see on the ALR there, the returns keep descending, right? They came down in the last few candles and they're negative. They're not even at the second standard deviation band though. So there is room to run if it wants to keep pulling down.
Yeah.
Like on the 15 minute. And we are definitely in a negative trending move on the 15 minute. How it will play out, but this is a very nice area. It's a very nice area, the bottom of the range, and we are in a ranging day. So keep that in mind when you're getting in or out of the daily range on a ranging day. You could see it earlier in the chat room when it tapped up. What was it, 4 hours ago? It tapped up to this target at around 19.5 and change, 19.5.6, something like that. And I was just chatting with African, and I was just telling you, this sure looks like he was asking me, were you looking for the VRE for the daily range targets? And I said, well, look at where we are right now. We just popped over the daily range. again, and we just hit a target. And if it doesn't go through here, well, it's a ranging day, so it's most likely going to turn around. And literally within like 5 seconds of writing that to him, just started popping down, and we're down here now at the bottom of the range 4 hours later. So that's why these ranges are really super important. I mean, volatility ranges are incredibly powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And for all you traditionally, no, this is not a bottom or top. People are like, oh, well, you just wicked. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's like, no, not really.
Yeah.
It's the magic. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's like, need to make a good gif about our VRE magic. For sure.
Yeah. VRE magic is awesome. It's nice how we're able to look at, this. I mean, it's forward-looking information, and of course, we do correlate things to price action. And people will say, "Well, price action is past information." Yes, but we're correlating the current volatility to the past price action in order to know the current and future volatility likelihood, tendency of direction of the price. And therefore, that's why that's accurate. It's not accurate because we're looking strictly at the price action, which is all past information. It's accurate because we see the forward-looking information. And what's more forward than these, projection bosses and RMLR that literally have, candles out into the future information that is highly accurate. It's crazy. Like I say, we're trading the return of the means. We're trading the standard deviation of the means and the entropy, right? That's all we're trading, really, is the volatility and the entropy. And what is that? Well, that's just information zigzagging around the means. That's all it is. We're just zigzagging. Our job is to get in on the zigzags when they're at the highs and the lows, and not do like everybody else and actually buy low and sell high. That is the purpose. Look at that. We just tapped through the second standard deviation on the ALR now.
Yeah, this
on the 1 minute.
This daily is going to probably hit 95 for Laplace. Let's see here. Right down here. Let's see. Let's try and what are these futures doing? Dropping, aren't they?
Yeah, man. For people who like the trades like based on strategies, honestly, things like the 3 RMLR strategy, or running with the wave with the RWTs, those kind of things are really not that complicated to do, and they're not that complicated to learn, and you can just really rely on them. The thing is, people have to trust that the indicators are working, and the only way to do that is just to look at enough trades until you understand this stuff just works.
Let's see here. Where's my 90 minute? 90 minute. I already looked at the 4 hour. Yeah, 90 minutes having an outlier to the downside. All the fishers are saying, yep. Predictors saying, yep. Expanding volatility, negatively correlated. Yep.
Yeah. And it's random.
Yep. Yep. And it's very random. Let's see. So 45 doing, yep.
And
slamming down.
Ranging.
4 hour. Variance is rising, negatively correlated.
Think of ranging days. They're way more reliable.
You are breaking up today, my friend.
Yeah, you get scalp action on a ranging day, in my opinion.
Here we go. Yeah. 4 hour. I mean, the 4 hours at the 95 for Laplace right now. But you go over on the VRE. It's this little white line right here. I mean, it's almost to it.
Yeah,
for $80. Good stuff. And what's this shit coin? What's this shit coin DXY? Oh, it's Dixie.
It's $1, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm being fine.
It is, yeah. Well, you're being sarcastic. I thought you were being serious.
Very sarcastic.
Sorry, man. Day old coffee. What do you want me to tell you? Tastes like ass.
Oh gosh, I bet.
the biggest one.
I bet. See, gold down again. Gold getting roughed up. I just saw some stupid freaking thumbnail from God, what's that one? Those one people, I can't remember their damn name, but it said Bitcoin to drop to 12K. Gold is still the best asset, or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck it said. I was like, oh my god, Stansberry Research. It's like, you clowns, you fucking clowns. The hell are you talking about? Yeah, give me a stack of heavy gold, please. Can I get some gold? Because when shit hits the fan, that's how I'm going to buy toilet paper.
If you could find it.
That's right. Go to the store and sell some gold dust.
Exactly.
You're seeing the shelves in the supermarkets here, man. They're getting thinner and thinner. It's weird. Just a little bit thinner, a little bit thinner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Something's happening.
Something
Didn't
is
they-
happening.
And then they're saying that on the 25th, there's supposed to be some grand event. Have you guys heard anything about this or seen anything written? I don't know what it is. They're just saying on 9/25 something's supposed to shake the market.
Really?
Well, wait, I
Yeah.
thought something was supposed to shake it today. Isn't the Fed announcement today?
It's gonna be
That's
the
tomorrow,
Jewish
isn't it?
New Year on the 25th.
Oh, the Jewish New Year. There you go. So what is that?
Oh,
Rosh Hashanah?
oh shit.
Big holiday here.
I'll
Next week.
start the conspiracy.
Yeah.
What's the Jewish holiday coming up? Is
Yeah.
that Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah?
There'll be no shortage of those in the world.
I'm lost, Awana. I have no clue.
Yeah, Rosh Hashanah, and then a week later it's Yom Kippur.
I knew
There's a whole bunch of holidays coming. Basically, the next 3 weeks are all holidays.
All
Yeah, there's the high holidays, a whole bunch of them, one after the other. They're all stacked.
Our on the road analyst says the FOMC is tomorrow. Yep. There we go. Now
Yeah,
that
it's Wednesday.
there we go. What's this? 99.78, 18.4. What's this 4 hour? Got a couple more hours. Yep, 2.5 hours left. Yeah. 18.430. It's down VRE. For everybody watching, I do this all the time. I'm looking at these deviation levels, which this is why I have them on here, so you don't have to do that. But just for stream's sake, I like to show people we love our bands. And this is set on Laplace distribution right now. You can set this to normal distribution as well. But you'll soon see that, I don't know, it's kind of strange. It's like on macro time frames, they love to bounce off those standard deviation levels. But the lower you go, man, I'm seeing Laplace is just, woof, because it's such a volatile asset. Freaking dives into the top or bottom of that distribution quick. And then when you hit a 3S band, high probability you're going to get a little reversal. That's exactly what happened. Now 4 hour tracting positively correlated. This has got all the earmarks of a boop, 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 boop. We still haven't dropped out of the top side of this Z-score too on the 4 hour. Let me see here.
Smashing forward too.
Got a nice correlated candle too with this returns oscillator. And when that 4 hour candle opened, all the fissures flipped down. DLP starting to drop now too. You see,
We open.
Here's my timer. Where's my gift? Here we go.
That's fucked. There's no go though. It's just let's fuck.
That's fucked. Yeah, I was digging deep in the Wolf of Wall Street gifts. Let me.
That's pretty funny.
870. Okay, spy, you little.
Just market open.
Right to the daily range, right to the, opened up right below it. See, gave a quick little wick up to the bottom of the daily. And it opened up below the 68.3 daily. So chances are, we got this monthly support level here. It's the first one too, right? Yep. Down here at what? 382. right above the first standard deviation. But pop over here and get on spot. See how this opened up. What happened with the daily? I'm telling you, man. This Z score's been down here for. I mean, we're talking 2 weeks, man. And we do have.
It was a little late, but the bell rung.
Ding 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 ding. Let's see. Huh, man. Daily's interesting. I mean, there is some bull div. These Fishers. Let me see. 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hours good. Yeah, hidden bear.
There she goes.
Yeah, contracting volatility positively correlated. 90 minutes. What are we doing here? Yeah. This thing looks like it wants to go down. Volatility is saying it anyway. 4 hour and the 90 are agreeing. One's contracting, one's expanding. That's why we correlate it. That's where people get lost. It's like, well, what are they correlating that for? Because you can have two different time frames. One could be expanding, one could be contracting, but they're telling you the exact same thing. What's
Yep.
the 45 doing? Yep. 45 and 90 are expanding, negatively correlated. And the 4 hours contracting, positively correlated. 15 minutes probably expanding. Yep, 100% right now. Going back into randomness. All the Fishers are down. It's setting up some hidden bull, though, big time. Look how far this returns oscillator is below the 2SD band. It's having an outlier to the downside, though. And the Z score is dropping like a rock. Coming from way above the 99% confidence interval. All right. And you should see that when it's real time. We're going through those time frames. It happens real fast. Mm. The devil's in the details. So, and that's going into, what time is it? Yeah. Last 5-minute candle of yesterday, it started having an outlier. Oof. Yeah, this 5 minutes. Volatility is expanded. Know what I haven't looked at? Let me see here. Spy, what you doing? Huh? Is this on the 90? Where are we at? The daily. Meeting version. I mean, we are literally down here near the 2SD band already. Goodness gracious. That's at the daily 95 for Laplace is right at this right at the second reverse band. What's that at 376? Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go party like that. What the hell is that? I'll tell you what, it's probably 1SD. Well, look at that. There's some confluence. There's some confluence. 376. Yeah, that's a 2SD. Good. Below the 95 for Laplace. Yeah, the 2SD is looking juicy. If this thing does dump. Oof. Drag Bitcoin with it. Or Bitcoin drag it. That's a drag. Anything else change? VIXy, what's the VIX doing? Going up. Oof, gold's getting smushed. For something that, grow, it's like watching the grass grow. Let's pull this. That'd be interesting to see. I don't usually pull it up much because I could give a shit less about these heavy metals, to be honest. Huh.
Something bad must have came out on Ford. It's down almost 10%.
Right.
This Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance. Yahoo! Those old commercials. Damn. What's this look like on the weekly? What? Well, I got some weird artifacts popping on this bad boy. Yeah, there was just something wrong with the data back here. I mean, Gold's probably got a move coming, to be honest. Returns mean revert. There's returns with gold? Of course there is. Silly. There's returns of Beanie Babies. Returns of Beanie Babies.
Ford supplier costs jumped $1 billion.
Jeez. Pocket change.
Big earnings, but big costs.
What else I want to look at? Where's it all at?
New Orleans, the murder capital of the world now. Okay.
New Orleans? Nice.
Yeah.
I'll skip New Orleans then.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that here in Detroit anymore.
Victory.
Yeah, victory.
Yeah, it was Gary for a while.
Yeah. I think Gary took it from Detroit, actually.
Right? What a shithole. Yeah, don't get off if you're heading to, I mean, if I go to Chicago, I go to the north side, obviously. But so I don't want to get mugged. But yeah, when you're driving through Gary, just make sure you stop in Crown Point and get gas. Make sure you don't get off at the wrong exit because you will get shot, unfortunately. It's the world we live in. Cities are nuts. That's why I'm in the country, man. That's why I'm in the country. Yeah, I mean, look at
Country, that's where I want to go.
got a nice 1SD move there on crude. I'm just flipping through all this stuff, seeing if anything's. What's ETH doing? Dropping. Of course. Drop that shit coin to nothing. Let Solana take over. That'd be great, huh, MJ? Have all that liquidity from ETH just one day move
Let's
Solana.
go.
Solana be at about $1,500. Let's go, baby.
Yasha, I got a question for you. So if you look at Ford on a 5-minute chart, okay, or a 5-minute chart, it just hit a third standard deviation down on my RMLRs. Now the mean did not intersect through the RMLRs. It was actually above both of them. Would you still think there might be mean reversion there?
Jesus.
On the 5-minute, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm just loading it up. Yeah, I see it I just see it hit the third RMLR on one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm thinking about maybe taking a $14 call. You know what I mean? So because you see the means around 1423 or something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah, I see that 1421, 1423. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're warning about higher supplier costs than expected, but I mean that's obviously old news. And it just tapped looks like a weekly S2, I think.
What? You got the
Yeah, and if you think about what do higher supplier costs mean in the end?
Just higher price cars.
Higher price cars to the customer. It doesn't affect the company really.
Exactly.
As long as it's selling cars.
If you look at the weekly, this thing rejects here off this reverse mean, man. This thing is going to bomb.
Yeah.
The power mean and the reverse mean are right on top of each other, too.
And Donnie, yes, I do understand. They've known about that $1 billion. Trust me. That's what's
It's
crazy.
right at a weekly right now. Ford on the VRE. It's right at a weekly.
Yeah, that's right. It was a weekly. I got like a weekly S1 or S2 or something like that.
Yeah, weekly is 2, and it touched the lower band as well.
Tell you what, though, you're right. I mean, that might not be a bad call.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Mine's
thinking.
at
I
a
just
14.
pick up a little bit here.
The probabilities
Yeah,
are
it should be mean.
down.
It should be mean reverting now, unless it closes this candle down as well, because the last candle just closed, also touching that band. But again, it can touch the band,
Right,
a couple of times in a row. Once it
right.
stops touching the band, is mean
I guess
reversion.
I guess my question really was is so it could because the mean is above where the RMLRs crossed right there. It looks like they
Yeah.
crossed right around 925 or right at the opening, right? Obviously, it spikes up. They
Yeah.
fill their orders. They smash it back down. We've touched two RMLRs, the standard deviation. My point being is because the cross of the RMLRs was below the mean. Does that have any impact on your thinking on this, or I don't know? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
well, sure. If the RMLRs are falling below the mean, and also the mean is falling, and you have the prediction directors saying it's likely to go down,
right,
well, as long as the returns haven't driven the price action to an extreme of the bands yet, then it's likely to continue in the direction down. However, once it reaches that extreme, as it has, if
yes,
it doesn't keep, once it stops hitting the extremes, and
right,
you confirm it with one or two candles, it will be in mean reversion
got it.
because
Okay,
there's nothing because it's already reached the extreme of the probabilities, and there's a very high probability if you look at this asset or any other that it
yeah,
will revert to the mean from the point that it has stopped touching the extreme third band on the
got it.
RMLR.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
and
appreciate it.
that's literally showing you the zigzag around the mean.
I mean, this daily range appears at
Right?
1470.
That's the whole the when I talk about how the whole point of trading is, what's that at 1473?
And that's perfect rejection closing yesterday up the center of the weekly range.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
Good
very
Lord.
nice.
That is a crush market. Fucking 8%. God, man.
That's what I mean, man.
Markets are fucking nutty. Hello.
Yeah.
Where's
Well,
the
the S
data? We're up here. Where's the
the
data?
S the S&P's falling still too. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah,
down
the
to the same.
randomness
Yeah.
people can't handle. It's just people don't know what to do next. Well, this shows you
Yeah.
very likely probabilities. Man, price action on Ford is just taking a hammering.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's good for shorts. That rising variance, negative correlation. I mean, that's all you got to know. Is you got a big fat outlier somewhere at what is it at 9.3. That's crazy. That's some falling price action right there. All right. And you got a negative downward trend on it too. I mean, it's not, it's not spiking up crazy right now, but it is an increasing downward trend. So slowly but surely, it could get real ugly for anybody who's in a long, over leveraged.
Oh
You
yeah,
shouldn't be.
absolutely.
When you get it first 15-minute of the day to 99 plus, that's a massive selling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is the only time I draw on charts. Little red bombers.
Yeah. Look at that.
Going down over there. Can I
Yeah,
make
it's tapping all my normals and lower Laplaces. Damn,
this thing won't grow? What the hell?
smoking it. Yep, all my
All right, I gotta get rid of it.
4 hour and 1 days. Wow.
But I'll tell you what, man, being down here at that 99.7,
Yeah.
this is why I love that with people that aren't using the distribution levels and these volatility ranges and stuff, you're just down here going, oh shit, well, I might as well short it. It's like, really? Well, good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
Because
Good luck. Yeah.
their first 15-minute candle down this low, and you got the daily range up here at 14.72.
Yeah.
This thing could just reverse and just crush everybody.
Yeah. And even if it doesn't, it will at least walk over once it stops falling. It will at least walk over to wherever the mean is. And it'll probably walk up a little as it does that. You can trade that as well, and then when it touches the mean, take your profit, and then see if it's going to go up or down, above or below the mean. I mean, it's not that complicated, right?
No, I'm with you, man. I got it.
Yeah.
It's
And look, it just did it convert? Yeah, it just confirmed a candle that closed and did not touch that 3 RMLR down. So if this candle also doesn't, we're definitely in mean reversion. I would argue we already are, especially if you go to the 1 minute. But if you could look at the 5 minute, if it confirms this candle doesn't touch it, it should be good for a mean reversion,
Mm-hmm.
which is a pretty nice little move there if you have the right position from 1358. Currently, the mean is at 1418. That's a good. What was that, 60 cents or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, buck above is the mean, reverse mean anyway. They're both together though.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But RMLRs are just below the mean. So yeah. Also, and they're still staying down. But
Yeah.
it can start to slope. It can start to slope away from the massive fall, basically.
This
And
is a
start
good
the mean
example.
reverse.
This is a good example for a good learning example
We'll
here,
see.
man.
But
Really,
we didn't touch the third RMLR down. Yeah, this is a great example.
this
Wasn't
is a
touched
great
in the
example.
last candle. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also on my charts too that I have it bouncing at them. I mean, they're touching like Laplace, all like really lower Laplace and normal levels, distribution levels, all of them across all my
Yeah.
charts. So
Yeah.
very nice.
And
Wow.
look at how that amoeba expanded. The amoeba is something else. Trading.
It's Bitcoin.
Do
Oil's
we have any
coming back
questions?
down. Dollars rising.
AVQ on the 15 hit the third band. Iscariot, was that on Bitcoin? I think he's talking about Bitcoin, no? Maybe he's talking about Ford. Yeah, Bitcoin.
I'm still stuck on Ford. I love shit like this.
Take a quick look at you old Bitcoin with the AVQ on the 15 minute. Tick tock. Bing bong. Waka waka. There you go. Yeah, it pretty much did. Pretty much did. It came pretty close to that third band. Didn't quite touch it, but
The
came real
ABQ.
close. Maybe you got different settings. Yeah, on the AVQ on the 15 minute.
Let me go.
I've got settings that I'm running smoothing on it though with 15, and smoothing at
Yeah.
15, and then
Yeah, Bitcoin's gonna pop a
yeah,
little bull div. Yeah, Z score coming out. Let's see. DLP is
and slowing at 14. Showing.
Here's are up. Going back in the random starting tuning. Yeah. Have to see what happens here. I mean, we had this drop down to the 95.4 next candle. Whoop, right to the 95.4 to the top side.
You might, I'm guessing, it's Gary on a different. Yeah, you're on a different. You're on the in, right? Yeah, you're on the in. You're on Cemex. Yeah, no, I was on a different exchange. That's probably why. That is why.
We see this is his chart here, Iscariots.
Yeah.
Because I have it not, I got mine on Coinbase though at Bitcoin, and it didn't. It's just above it, but Bitcoin or Coinbase is a little
Yeah.
different.
But that's the thing. That's why these are probabilities. And if you hit the 3SD down, if you hit the 3SD down on one but not on the other, well, if it's pretty close, if it's like 2.5 down, that's still a very high probability. It's still like 97% probability or something. So, the odds are still in the favor of going the other way at some point.
It's gonna be funny.
That's why you don't have to. I mean, if it's good to be exact, but you don't need to be too concerned if there's a mild discrepancy between one exchange and another. It
Right.
really doesn't make that much of a difference. What matters is the general movement.
There's the ghost of Henry Ford. Right there. Holy shit.
Still going lower.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
pain in the streets here in Detroit, man. I told you I got a friend that's high up at Ford, and he told me there was massive layoffs coming in the white collar going towards the end of the year, and this is probably your exclamation point of it right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's because everybody's still living here in Detroit. Like, it looks like everybody's busy, busy, busy. You know what I mean? But the car market, the auto market, ebb and flow. Been good for a long time for these people.
Yeah.
Not that I wish anything ill will on them, but you know what I mean? It's just like,
Right.
maybe they'll slow the restaurant down a little bit. Maybe.
P&P fuck, we're like freaking mirrors. I'm doing the same shit. I have family restaurants. I'm
Yeah.
helping them out too.
Yeah. I went in last night. I got called in last night. I was the only server.
Oh, that's good.
Crazy.
I was the only guy there.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
yeah. Me and 3 cooks and the owner, more or less. That was it.
Right.
To a semi-full restaurant.
Yeah, you were hopping.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By the way, Ford is definitely mean reverting on the 5 minute. Like it has now not touched that third down. It's still dropping, yeah, but it's dropping slower and slower, or dropping less and less each 5 minutes as you see the variance falling with positive correlation. And yeah, you see like the entropy there is still in a trend and down, but it is running out of steam a little bit, or somewhat running out of steam a little bit as the volatility begins to walk back a tiny bit. And that's why you see we're in mean reversion. Like, yeah, the price can keep falling, but we are reverting to the mean. It may not seem that way to the untrained eye, but
Right.
it will most likely hit the mean before it hits the third RMLR band down again. Like that's
Yeah.
almost
That's what I wanted you
almost
to
a given.
clarify.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was asking you to clarify. So this is a good example for it. Perfect.
it's a great example.
Yeah.
We
I
will
mean, I
most
get it.
likely see it touch the mean before it touches the third RMLR band down again.
And I have the monthly S2 at 1336. It's 8 cents away from that, right? So when you're looking at, well, that's Bitcoin you're looking at. So yeah.
At 1332, yeah, there's a monthly.
Yeah.
I have a 1336 of a monthly S2. Yeah.
Wow. So now on my 5 minute, I've got that mean around 1415 still. So yeah, look at this. It's 70 cents away, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, look, the correlation on the entropy is weakening, starting to weaken, and the top of there may have been a top to the entropic trend down, in which case, and if the volatility falls from here a bit further, we'll see the mean reversion happening over the coming candles, and then where it goes from there, who knows? But don't be surprised to see it happen by around another half hour to 40 minutes from now. You'll see probably something with the mean maybe within an hour. But if the RMLR drops off again in the next half hour, then we're likely to see a move to the mean before then, and then it fall off. But if it doesn't, if the mean doesn't keep dropping, like if it takes a bit longer to get there, it could. But either way,
Yeah.
it is going to mean revert. I'd be very surprised. Wow, my computer what just happened? Hello, computer.
Future
Just died?
damn, I'm running 4K.
Watch
Watch the Ford drop down to Model T levels.
Let me ask you this, Bilbo. So I just posted a chart in Stream Chat. Okay, you see that on the left of I think that's the Wolfspan. That's on the lower left, right?
Yep.
So you see how the Wolfspan that spiked up. So the variance spiked up when it turns over and it's green now and it's white on the inside and green. Will you tell me what that specifically means?
That price could keep walking down because when the variance is coming back to the mean and it's positively correlated, think of it just like volatility. Why? Because it literally that's what it is. volatility spreads the data away from the mean. So that's all
Got
the evidence is showing you. And you'll see more now, and especially when you're on when you're on low time frames, it works really good. You get up on higher time frames, it just, you need the candle close and all that. But this is one of the main reasons why we trade low time frames, because these indicators on low time frames, I mean, when you learn them and learn them well, it's people are like, "Do you have a crystal ball or something?" It's like, no, no, no.
There's a 1 minute.
We follow the returns, man. We follow the returns. Yes. There's all those dead shows.
Yes. Who are they, and why do they keep following me?
Yeah. When you're in Shakedown Street, right? You want to be
Yeah.
able to see the divergence between the hippies and the undercover cops.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
And when you're staying at the Mars Hotel, you want to make sure you get a nice room.
Jesus Christ. Bringing memories back. Had a school
Yeah.
bus. We fitted it with pizza ovens and shit. That's how we did our tours. Selling pizza. Paying for everything. It's fucking great.
Probably sold out every show, didn't you?
Oh, dude. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. After the show, oh my God. I mean, selling pizza at 3 o'clock in the damn morning. A line out the back. All you see is pupils.
Yeah. So true.
I'm
So true.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten a week.
Mm.
By the way, P-Funk, if you look at Ford on the 15-minute,
Yeah.
you can see that we tagged the 3 RMLRs down some hours ago, like yesterday, and like at the end of the day or something like that, or just after the end of the market close, or right around then. And from there,
Yeah, I see it.
it just walked over sideways towards the mean,
Mhm.
practically touched it, but didn't quite. It got within like 5
Yeah,
cents.
Yeah, I see it.
Didn't quite tag it,
Yeah.
and then fell down
Yeah.
real hard, but still hasn't tagged the 3 RMLRs down on the 15-minute. And again, it is still a mean reversion. This is a perfect example of what I mean by, it doesn't, it can fall, it can continue in the direction it's going, but it's very unlikely to touch that actual third RMLR down. Now, of course, that might depend, like, you might get within a hair or something like that if you're like on a different setting on your mean or whatever. But generally speaking, if you're on a 30 mean, then you're going to see it revert.
Yeah.
Corporate espionage. Elon Musk pulled the plug on Ford.
Sent a tweet.
It's the boat sinking.
Well, I don't know. Did he tweet
Meanwhile-
about it? If he hasn't tweeted about it, it's as if he hasn't done it.
Right.
He's the biggest troll on the internet.
Oh yeah. I mean, Ford just going sideways.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Well, it's 5 minute, but yeah, crazy man for sure. What's this look like on a daily?
But as a perfect example of that RMLR. I mean, literally down to the shape of the distribution and everything. If you put a cone on that, what do you think you're going to see? If you put a projection boss on that, what do you think you're going to see? Well, you don't have to be a genius to realize that's pretty much a bell shape.
It's like 50% down from the all-time high.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Crazy. All right, what time is it? 10? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get off here. I got some work to do.
Yeah.
Jeff, be back tomorrow. Let's see if Ford survives the day without going to zero.
Blessed day to all, man. Absolutely.
All right, guys.
See you, boys.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Take care.